What's up, everybody? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, or as they like to call me around here, Enosh Fett. Now, normally they call me that because I'm a big Star Wars fan, but today I'm sporting my brand new Star Trek hoodie. Gotta love this thing, man. This thing is pretty awesome. It's pretty warm, too, and it's been pretty cold around here lately. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today, we are in the toy room, and we are talking about the brand new Aquaman Vulko Amazon exclusive action figure. Now this guy is pretty cool, and you can only get him on Amazon.com. He is an exclusive figure, and if you've been following the channel, you know that I have gone over all of the Aquaman movie figures that came out for the DC Multiverse, so then this guy popped up, and I'm like, well, we got to do him too. So stay tuned. We're going to talk about this guy. Let's do it. All right, guys, so once again, like I've said with all of these, the packaging is still awesome. I mean, this packaging is tremendous. This new Multiverse packaging is awesome with the blue. And as you can see here, you got his name, Vulko, got the Aquaman logo, the DC logo up at the top, looking just great. I love this grid pattern there all over the box like that. You got the figure here inside. You can see it's well packaged. Kind of looks like Willem Dafoe, you know, looks pretty good. It's got the picture there of Willem Dafoe here on the side as Vulko. You can see his accessories through the window, through the bubble there, and DC logo at the bottom here with the Multiverse logo. Just a really great looking thing. Oh my gosh, that's you never want to be surprised by a close-up of Willem Dafoe. It's just creepy. What can I say? Anyways, it's got the Aquaman logo and Willem Dafoe's picture there on the side. Willem Dafoe is he makes a really good villain, but he's not a villain in this movie. So if you haven't seen Aquaman yet, sorry, spoilers. But here you got the DC logo at the bottom again with the Multiverse. And so creepy. Aquaman up at the top. Love that Aquaman logo. And of course on the other side, it's the exact same thing. Get a really close up there. You can see the lines. Almost see how they de-aged him just a little bit. And then of course the logo, and that is the front and the sides of the box. Here's the back of the box. As you can see, all the figures, it still looks great. All the artwork looks great. All the pictures and photos are well placed, really wonderful. And like I said, the color scheme just goes really well, especially for these Aquaman figures. But as you can see here, those are the other figures in the series. You got Aquaman up here, and then you got Mira down below, Queen of the Seven Seas. You got Orm, and of course Black Manta, and of course they all have the Build-A-Figure, which is the Trench Warrior, and then of course here's Vulko. He's sporting an all-black outfit with a little skirt there, but it's pretty much all black, very reminiscent of General Zod in Man of Steel. So up here it says Vulko, it says, throughout Arthur's life, Vulko has been one tied to his Atlantean side, having shown the young lad the extraordinary abilities that come with his heritage. Vulko was a huge part of the movie, teaching Arthur and showing him who he was as an Atlantean. So that's the box. Let's go ahead and rip it open and see what's inside. So here's the bubble. I always like to show the figures in the bubble because, I don't know, it was just a cool thing when I was a kid. I used to put them in it and act like they were frozen in carbonite or something, or in stasis mode. So here's what he looks like in the bubble. Here's his accessory. This, of course, is the map to the One Trident. And of course, his sword here is red. And that is Vulko in the bubble. Here he is out of the bubble. Here is his sword. His red sword. You can see it's little minor details in here in the molding. It's not just a straight sword, and it is bent a little bit because of the way it was in the bubble, but it's okay. We can bend it back a little bit. You can warm it up a little bit and bend it back into position. It should stay just fine. Of course, here is the map. Now, I will tell you this is just a flimsy little kind of it's just paper. It's just really just a glossy paper. So you want to be careful with this. It is double-sided in color, which is nice. I worked in the printing industry for 18 years. So, you know, it's nice to see some kind of detail here. It is die cut, and it's, you know, supposed to look like the map, but it's pretty much just a piece of paper. But oh well.
So here is the figure himself. This is Vulko. The sculpt is really nice here on the face. It does kind of resemble Willem Dafoe, but you know, here is, you can see there's this kind of grid pattern all over, which is nice. There's some texture to it. On the back, he has a place for his sword. See here, his sword goes right in here. This is something that you don't see a lot with these multiverse figures, so it's kind of cool to have that. So you have a place to put his weapon when he is not holding it, or when you're not posing him with it. And of course, it looks pretty nice when you face him forward. Just like that. His head, his articulation is such, his head goes all the way around. It's on a ball joint and goes all the way around just like that. It also goes up and down, as you can see, just a little bit, so he can nod yes to his king. Of course, here's the arm. The arm does go all the way around at the shoulder. You can see. Take this out here because his arm didn't want to go all the way around, so his arm will go all the way around at the shoulder. It does go around at the bicep. It has a bicep swivel, as you can see. It bends at the elbow so that he can flex as such. And then, of course, he's working on those biceps. And then, of course, his wrist does go all the way around. And you will notice that his hand, yes, it does have a hole where he can carry a sword in it. All the other figures, their left hands are closed shut, so you cannot do that. But Vulko is different, maybe part of being an Amazon exclusive. But, of course, over here, you have, does the exact same thing. Shoulder goes all the way around, bicep swivels all the way around, arm down here, bends, of course, at the elbow. Doesn't swivel, but it bends at the elbow. Wrist goes all the way around. And of course, he has a hole there also where he can hold the weapon in either hand. Now, this is really nice. You know, it's something different because, like I said, all the rest of them do not have that. Only the right hand on all the rest of the figures, except for Mira. Mira does have an open hand on each hand, but not the rest of the guys. And so he does have an ab crunch here, as you can see. So he can do his sit-ups and prepare underwater. His waist does turn around all the way at the waist, which is kind of cool. Spin him around here like a top. He's got this skirting on, which is kind of a harder plastic, and it's set in place, so you're not going to really be able to bend his legs out to do the splits. If he didn't have this here, you know, you can see that he would be able to do the splits all the way, and you get a little bit better articulation, maybe for posing and things like that. But because of the skirt, you're going to have issue. But you can see here his leg does go around. It has a swivel here at the thigh. And then, of course, here is his knee. It does not swivel, but he's got the double joint there for his knee, which is good for posing. It's pretty stiff there. His ankle will go up and down. It does not swivel. And then, of course, the other side is the exact same, as you can see. You can see it a little bit better here if I lift the skirt up, where he's got the thigh swivel there, where it goes all the way around. Double jointed knee. Again, does not turn around, but it does have the double jointed knee, which is nice. The double jointed knees are a little nicer and a little sturdier. And then, of course, the ankle as well that goes up and down. And that's pretty much all the articulation of this figure. Let's go ahead and take a look at the sword here and how it goes in. I want to show you a close-up of that. You see, you can pull out his sword there, and then his sword will fit in his hand. It does fit nicely. It takes a little bit of coercing to get it in there, but once you get it in there, it's just fine. You can see here the hand does open up. It looked like it was shut, but it's not. The thumb is just very tight against the hand, and I actually like that. I prefer that because the rest of these Aquaman figures, the hands are not tight like that. The thumb sticks out, and so the spears can pop out pretty easily because it almost looks like, and I talked about this in the other videos for the other figures, it almost looks like Aquaman and Orm and everybody are giving you a thumbs up, but not Vulko. No, and again, you can kind of put the map in his hand if you're just going to display him. That's how I display him, is with the map just kind of in his hand, and it will stay. So he's kind of holding up the map there and his sword, defending it. You can't get to it. And you can see here that even on this surface here, he does stand up. Now here are all of the figures now complete in the Multiverse set. Now these are not the basic figures. These are all of the deluxe Multiverse figures. You got Mira, Aquaman here, Orm. Back there you got Vulko. Take a closer look here. Aquaman just looks tremendous. It just looks amazing. It's an awesome figure. You got Mira back here. The Mira figure's all right. The Mira figure from Justice League, I think, looked a little bit better. Her colors were a little bit more muted, and her hair was actually red. This one's more of an auburn. You see back here behind Vulko, we've got the Battle Pack. I haven't opened that yet, but stay tuned to the channel because that might be available as a giveaway here in the next month or two. You got Black Manta, you got Orm, and of course the Build-A-Figure, which is the Trench Warrior, which is a cool figure, you know. It's not huge like some of these Build-A-Figures are for Multiverse, but it's a nice addition. And, you know, it sounds like he may be sporting a movie of his own here pretty soon. So you can see these figures look great. The colors are all awesome. That's what I love about these figures, is the colors just pop. The sculpts are really nice. They're all individual, just different figures all together. About the only thing that's similar between some of the figures, like I said, are the closed left hands. But other than that, they're all very individual, and these will display awesome for you in your Aquaman collection.
So there you have it, everybody. That is my review of the DC Multiverse Vulko Aquaman movie Amazon exclusive action figure. He's a pretty cool figure, and I'm really glad that they made a figure of him because he was such an important part of the movie that I'm really glad that they made him so that I could put him on my shelf right next to the rest of these really cool Aquaman figures. Now, my question to you is, do you have this figure? Have you been collecting these Aquaman figures? What did you think of the movie? Let me know down in the comment section. Are you a toy collector? I would love to hear from you all about your toys. How do you display your toys? What toys do you have? You can follow me on, of course, all of our social media, which is in the description below. Post pictures, all right? Let me know. Post a video for me to see, and maybe, just maybe, I'll put it here on the channel. And speaking of things like that, well, guess what? We've got a giveaway going this month. If you like what you see here, and you like some of the reviews that we do, both the action figures and the toys, and of course the TV and movies and the things that we do around here as a family, then please consider hitting that subscribe button, and then also hit that notifications bell so that you know when we put out new videos, which is like all the time. And so that way you're here and a part of all the nerdy things that we do, because the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. That's right. Everybody's invited. Star Trek fans, Star Wars fans, DC, Marvel, everybody. Now, speaking of that, this month, if you will go ahead and subscribe and you hit that notifications bell, you got to do those two things, all right? And then also leave a comment telling me who your favorite Captain Marvel is, all right? Or what your favorite scene from the Captain Marvel movie was. And if you do that, guess what? We've got a Captain Marvel figure for you, but it's not her. It's this guy right here, Captain Marvel. That's right. In celebration of his movie coming out here, Shazam, in about a month, we are going to give away this Shazam action figure. And all you got to do is be a subscriber, hit that notifications bell, and like I said, leave me a comment. Now make sure that when you comment that you leave a comment saying also as well that you would like to have the figure, because I've done this before where I've given something away and, well, people were like, well, I don't really collect toys. And so that's all right. That's fine. We still want you around here. But if you would like to be in the running for this Shazam figure, please make a little note about that as well. All right. Thank you for joining me so much. I'm always glad to bring you into my toy room and share my passion with you. All right. Until next time, my name is Enosh, aka Enosh Vet, reminding you to clear the aisle because I'm coming through with my cart of toys. All right. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, if you made it this far in the video, you are awesome. Thank you guys so much for your support. Please smash that like button and of course subscribe, and also hit that notifications bell so that you are aware when we put out new videos, which is like all the time. Thanks for being a part of the Poindexter Lounge, and we'll see you next time.